If you want to start making your own sewing patterns but you have no idea where to start, in this video I'm going to share 5 different pattern making books that I really recommend. Hey guys, I'm Tammy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I've got these 5 books right here that I'm going to go through if you're looking to learn how to start making your own sewing patterns. So I'm actually a self-taught sewist, and by that I mean I basically learn everything I know at home on my own. And I think there's a really big misconception that when it comes to pattern making you need to have gone to fashion school or have professional training to get there. But personally I actually don't agree with that. I think that anyone can learn how to pattern make and make sewing patterns. It just takes a lot of practice and patience on your end. So I've got my 5 books over here, and I'm first going to go through 2 pattern making books and then 2 fitting books, and then also 1 grading book that I really recommend if you're wanting to learn how to start making and grading your own patterns. So let me get into the first one, which is this one right here. So this book is by Winifred Aldrich and it's Metric Pattern Cutting for Women's Wear. I really recommend this book if you wanted to learn how to make sewing patterns. So this is one of 2 of the pattern making books I'm going to talk about. This one in particular I personally find the easiest to follow. When it comes to drafting blocks, some pattern books can have a lot of measurements for you to follow, which can be quite hard to navigate, which is why I really like this one and recommend it for complete beginners, because it only has around maybe under 20 measurements that you need to take in order to draft blocks, and actually that's actually really good when it comes to having to create your first block. So this book also has some really helpful standard body measurements that you can use to follow if you're drafting patterns for yourself, or if you want to learn how to draft them for different sizes. I do really recommend this book for that as well. I'm just going to open this up on my table and show you more detail of what this book includes. I mean, there's literally so much in this book. I really recommend it. But for example, it will teach you how to draft a bodice block, and then it has all these different styles where you can manipulate that initial block and make different styles from it. So here you can see this has bust starts in the seams, and then you can learn how to make your own sleeves for different styles. It's honestly a really great book, and the amount of measurements that you need to create these really aren't that much compared to other drafting books. So here you can see this is one of the pages where it basically shows you how to draft a body shaper, which is basically just a very fitted knit block, and then it gives you in-depth instructions over here on how to do that. So I actually use this block in particular to draft a sewing pattern that I'm working on. So I drafted the skirt block, and then I used the A-line skirt to manipulate it to create the shape that I wanted. Obviously when I first drafted that pattern and I made a test sample, I realized quite a lot of things I didn't like about it, but it gave me a really good starting point to making my own skirt, and I really recommend this book if you're wanting a really easy pattern making book. So the next book is really big. I'm going to show you right now. It's this one right here. It's so heavy, and this is Pattern Making for Fashion Design by Helen Joseph Armstrong. So if I just give you an example, so that's that book. Oh, it's a bit heavy. And I show you the book I just showed you, you can just see the difference in how much content this one has. It's a very thorough book, and this is what they actually use in universities because it has so much concepts in here for pattern making in order to draft different blocks. So this one is definitely a very good book. I would just say you need a lot more measurements to take in order to craft your blocks. So let's say you made a bodice block and you want to manipulate it into something different. This book has just so much more resources when it comes to all the different styles that you can use. That's why I really recommend this book, because it has a lot more for you to choose from. Again, I'm going to take this over to the table and show you what's inside it. So this is one of the pages. This is on how to draft a skirt block. I personally actually haven't used this method yet, but basically you can see here that it uses a lot of different measurements to create a block. There's more pages on this to create the skirt block. This is just one of them. And the reason why I do like this book though is that it comes with illustrations on each step. The other book, for example, if I open up this one doesn't actually have illustrations for each step like this one does. It is mainly just text, which can be helpful if you are a visual learner. That definitely does help. But let's say you made a skirt block. If I go to the skirt section of this book, which is... So here it's showing you how to manipulate that skirt block and make it into a wrap skirt. So that's what I mean. This book has so many different styles for you to choose from and able to manipulate your blocks into literally hundreds of different styles. So those are the two different pattern making books that I recommend. Honestly, they're both really good for pattern making. Like I said, one of them is just a bit more complex than the other, but the one that is more complex definitely has a lot more to it. So once you learn how to draft that block, you have a lot more options on how to manipulate them. If you already own those books or you've been looking at them, but you kind of feel a bit intimidated of actually starting to make patterns just from looking at a book, I actually have a course that guides you step by step on how to use some of these blocks and actually draft them in Adobe Illustrator, because I find that much easier to do digitally than doing it by hand. I'll leave a link down below on where you can find that. But let me get into the next two books that I recommend, and these two are specifically for fitting. So the first book is this book right here, and it's called The Fitting Book by Gina Renee Dunham, and I really recommend it. When it comes to making your own sewing patterns, once you've drafted your first block and you've made your test sample, you then want to go ahead and see how the pattern actually fits you and make adjustments to the pattern so it fits you correctly. I personally prefer this one because I find the way they talk in this book is a bit more easier to understand. If I just show you an example. So here they've got armhole gaping, and it shows you different steps they take in order to get rid of the armhole gaping and how to actually manipulate your pattern piece to get rid of that. That's why it's really helpful. It doesn't actually just show you how to do it on your muslin or your toile. It shows you specifically how to do that on the pattern piece, which is what I really like. I mean, it really is just filled with so much information. I really recommend this book if you have trouble fitting patterns, or in general even sewing patterns from different brands that you've used and you've always had some fitting issues on specific areas. Getting a book like this can really help elevate your sewing as well. So again, let me take you to the table and show you what's inside it. So if I just open this up, you can see there's so much in here. It really is such a good resource for fitting. So here we've got armhole gaping for raglan sleeves. There's just so much in here. There's a lot of different information, especially with fitting on armholes, sleeves, anything like that. I also really like how they do a full bust adjustment in this book. It seems really simple and easy to do. Again, you've got to know how to do the small bust adjustment as well. The one thing I wish it actually had was that the book was actually hardcover. I find because it's not hardcover, it's really flimsy when you're using it and it kind of flaps about everywhere. But other than that, it's a really good book and I definitely recommend it. The next book I really recommend for fitting is this one. It's called Perfect Fitting by Sarah Veblen. I actually only recently got this book, but I was really excited to use it because I like the way this one looks inside. So again, fitting books are really useful if you want to learn how to actually manipulate your sewing pattern once you know there's fitting issues with it. So the specific reason I got this book, because I already had the fitting book at home, but I wanted to find a different one, is because this one actually has photo instructions, and let me show you what that looks like. So I've just gone to this page, and as you can see, they've got different photos of the actual fit issues. One of the problems I have when it comes to developing sewing patterns and trying to assess if they fit correctly is having to identify the correct fitting problem, because that can be really hard to decipher, which is why I really like this book, because it has pictures to help you understand what's going wrong in the garment. I mean, there's literally so much in here. This one I really like as well because here they've got an actual sewing pattern and they tell you how to manipulate the pattern to adjust the fit issue that you're having. Again, I'll take this to my table and you can see there's again so much knowledge in here. It's a really, really great book. I really recommend it. I just like the way how easy it is to display all the information and understand what you're kind of dealing with when it comes to fitting. Again, these photos are super helpful and they have instructions next to it as well. Again, I do really like it when they have photos of the sewing pattern and how they manipulate it in order to correct the fitting issue. So the last book I recommend if you're learning how to make your own sewing patterns is this one right here. And this is Grading Women's Patterns by Natalie Copin. And as you can tell from the front cover, it's actually a French and English book. So inside it's in both languages, but it's really easy to follow. If you're new to making your own sewing patterns, you might have heard the term grading before. And that's when you basically take a sewing pattern and make it bigger or smaller at different increments on the pattern in order to create different sizes. And that can be really hard to get your head around, especially when you're first starting out, which is why it's really helpful to get simple books like this, because it will actually go through and show you how they grade different garments so you can wrap your head around a bit more what people mean by grading. When I first started making my own sewing patterns, I actually always outsourced grading to a grading company until I understood it a lot more and started doing it myself. Now I actually grade a lot of my own sewing patterns on my own, and it's because years, I've used books like this and also just general trial and error of testing patterns of different people, different sizes, and seeing what works. The reason why I like this book in particular is because, like I said, it shows you how to grade different garments. So you can see here there's a sleeve, and it basically goes through and shows you at what points you need to kind of push the pattern out or in or at different angles to create a different size. This is what I meant by it being in French and English. You can see they've got the French version here and the English version is here, and all the pages are written out like that. Like I said, grading can be a really complex skill to master, which is why it's really helpful to find the right resources to help you. Let me show you this book on the table as well. So again, if I go ahead and open this, you can see there's so much stuff in here on grading different things. It also has really useful measurement charts as well, which I won't show you because obviously if you want this book you should definitely buy it, but I like the fact that it has really in-depth measurements for different sizes and also different countries. But here you can see with another example of different ways you can move a block and also at what points you need to actually move and manipulate your block. Obviously you can follow these principles and do these on Adobe Illustrator. I think on this book in particular they do actually go ahead and do this on CAD or Lectra, which are more in-depth pattern making tools. I personally just follow these instructions and do them on Adobe Illustrator. So those are my 5 pattern making books I definitely recommend if you're wanting to learn how to make your own sewing patterns. Honestly, making your own sewing patterns and learning how to draft can be really time consuming and quite overwhelming, which is exactly why I created my course down below. It's called Passion to Profit, and honestly it's a really great resource if you are wanting to learn how to make your own sewing patterns. I go through step by step how to draft your own blocks and also manipulate them, as well as how to start making your own sewing patterns and the instruction file and everything that comes along with actually making and selling sewing patterns. It's honestly something I wish I had when I first started out, so I'm so happy to be able to provide this for you. Again, if you looked at any of those pattern making books before and you just feel so confused on where to start, I do go through how to draft and make your own sewing patterns in depth with video tutorials to help you on each way. I'll leave a link down below in case you want to check it out. So these are my 5 favorite pattern making books and why I recommend them. Like I said, a lot of them are really beginner friendly and easy to follow. It just takes a lot of practice and patience to go through them and actually play with the different techniques they recommend. Definitely let me know down in the comments if you have any of these at home and if there's any books that you recommend that you like to use when you're making your own patterns. If I had to pick only one book, and actually my answer has changed recently because I actually been using this one so much, and honestly it's such a great all-round book that's really easy and manageable to get your head around compared to the one by Helen Joseph Armstrong. Again, they're both good books. I'm not saying to not get the Helen one because I do really like her book. It's very, very thorough and it's just such a good resource when it comes to pattern making. If you're just new to pattern making, I probably would recommend this book. I hope this video was helpful if you're looking for pattern making books to help you get started. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.